What's going on, guys? First off, it's Sunday. It's God's day. So let's start by saying, hope you guys are feeling good, feeling loved, special, blessed, all those amazing things. Hope you had an amazing weekend, okay? So now that brings me to today. What is today? Well, I got some good information to tell you guys. It's looking like the first episode of Austin and I's podcast is going live today, okay? And it could be later, it could be at night, it could be now, but it's not uploaded yet. And what we're about to do here for you guys here on Snapchat, on my community, is I'm going to show you guys, basically premiere it on Snapchat right now. And am I supposed to be doing this? Absolutely not. Am I probably gonna get a text from Austin or the team about it? Probably, but I love you guys so much, I don't care. So we are going to be literally leaking and seeing it first here. And I'm not gonna show all of it, but I will show some sneak peeks, at least a good amount of content for you guys to see before anybody else gets to see it. Now, let's talk about what we talked about in the podcast. So you guys, before we get to it, so you guys know. The talking points were basically Austin's divorce. First off, it was about Snapchat. That's the first topic. Let's go in order. The first topic was Snapchat. And it was about just Snapchat and how we came to be partnered with Snapchat in my community. So you guys are mentioned in there. So make sure you guys, watch that. Then we got to breakup. So then we got to Austin's divorce breakup, and we got to my breakup, okay? So those are crazy subjects that are spoken on as well, okay? And obviously, we go off on little tangents, but basically it goes with Snapchat, and then it goes to breakups, okay? Then it goes to breakups. After the breakups, lastly, we are talking about, should I say it?
Say it. No, say it.
It's about Catherine's new boyfriend. Okay, so Austin gives his spiel on basically how he feels about Catherine's new boyfriend. And even more important, what I was really interested in is I wanted to know his actual reaction when he saw the first picture that Catherine had posted on Instagram. That's what I really wanted to know, because I actually didn't know that in real life. Like, I didn't know that, how he reacted, where he was when he saw it. He gives all of that as well, okay? So we are gonna go live right now on Snapchat, and you guys are about to see some stuff that you shouldn't be seeing. So let's keep it a secret. Don't be hitting up Austin, don't be hitting up anybody else. All right, so first off, look here. This is the setup. And this TV setting is kind of weird, so it actually doesn't look like this. When you guys watch it, it'll look different, okay? And also, what you're watching is literally a rough draft before it even goes live. We have an intro, we have logos, we have like sponsors, we have a bunch of stuff that is put into it. So you're literally seeing like what no one's gonna see right here, okay? But this is the rough draft before it goes live. This is the backdrop, this is our setup, or our whole situation going on right now. One thing I'd like to point out though, first off, it is an amazing setup. And I hate that you can't see it on here, how it's like really dark. But you can see all back here. Basically, it's like a pool. You have the basketball court back there. And this whole ambiance was put together by us. But we used Austin's actual house. So that's actually some tea that we're going to talk about, because people thought he was in the RV, but he was never in the RV. And that's also leaked as well. So this is how it starts. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to skip to some of the juicy parts. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to show the whole thing. The whole thing, I think, is like an hour and 20-something minutes, I believe. It could be a little more, could be a little less. But it's a little bit over an hour. Obviously, I'm not showing the full hour. You guys are going to go and watch the whole thing for yourselves. But I do want to show some crucial things to you guys. Let's just see how it starts off. I haven't watched this rough draft either. So as soon as I got it, I was like, you know what? I have to show my community. Here we go.
Bring it in. Bring it in. Ladies and gentlemen, bring it in with us. Welcome to the Outside Voices podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Austin McBroom.
My name is Landon McBroom.
Damn, he handsome as fuck. Hold on. You saw that? Come on. He handsome as right there. wearing that beanie right there. Hold on.
Bro, do not introduce me like that.
Why?
Because that sounds ass.
You are my little brother.
I
You'll
know.
always be my little brother.
I'm 28 years old.
It doesn't matter how old you are.
I'm 28 years old. You're 36. So we're both grown.
I am not 36.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You've been 30 for 4 years. So you're at least
That's a
30.
fact. He's old as shit. He's actually old
I'm
as
not gonna
hell.
get into this. So, I just want to start off by saying,
Let me start it off by saying, first off, can we talk about the ambiance?
What the?
Oh,
What the fuck? All right, before we continue, again, some information you guys are going to know before anybody else, because I'm about to post it right now. Our official name of our podcast is Outside Voices. So it's the Outside Voices Pod, okay? We already have the Instagram, we already got the YouTube, we already got all this stuff, okay? But that is the name of our show. Okay, let's keep going.
It's beautiful. We're not at an Airbnb. I will say that.
yeah, definitely not Airbnb.
Would you like to say where we're at? Where our shooting location is?
My home. It's been my home for the past year, ever since my separation. That's where I've been.
The separation.
It's been nice.
And are we
Nice.
going to get into the separation today?
We will
Tonight?
definitely get into my divorce.
you're so
tonight.
messy.
Nah, I really wanted to know for myself. Everybody was wondering. I just wanted to know myself. So I was thinking, as soon as I got this email, I was thinking, how could I show you guys important snippets of the show without leaking too much or without getting in trouble? So we're gonna start off with, I'm basically gonna capture like 6 minutes or so of each of the most important things, okay? And that's, I think, fair. So if I do 3 topics, 6 minutes each, 6, 12, 18 minutes of content of the hour and whatever, that's still a good amount, and it's all the important things you need to watch. So we're starting off right here talking about Snapchat. So a lot of behind the scenes is leaked about Snapchat, about our income, about you guys, about Austin and the RV, all here. So let's just start here, and we're gonna focus on this now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, what we've been doing.
What we've been doing.
Yeah.
So what have we been doing?
Oh man, I feel like that's a interesting question because obviously it goes into my divorce and
So since we're going to start, we're going to talk about the breakup by itself in its own
Yeah.
chapter.
yeah.
Let's start from boom, you're breaking up. First video on Snapchat.
So
from there,
my announcement, me and Catherine's mutual announcement on Instagram.
boom.
Okay. We put out a mutual statement together that we obviously talked about, and her and I had countless conversations of how we were gonna do it. You know, first we were gonna come out with a YouTube video. We didn't like that. We had something else in mind, and we felt it was just best for us to, put out our own statements on Instagram, and that was that. So we did that,
Okay.
and life is crazy because I obviously knew what was gonna come with the separation, right? I knew it wasn't gonna be all positive vibes,
Well, that's duh.
right? Unfortunately, but it comes with the territory. And when we announced it, I was getting a lot of heat, which we knew that was gonna happen, right?
Planned.
So once I was getting all this heat, I knew that there's gonna be a lot of tension around the breakup. And at the time, I was being inconsistent on social media. I actually took like a mental break for a while, and I was, I just wasn't focused. Had a lot going on mentally. Obviously, my kids are my number one priority always, and I was just focusing a lot with my kids, and I wasn't posting much. But once the breakup happened, I had to figure it out because I needed to transition.
And you need to pay bills.
And I needed to pay the bills,
Right.
right? Because I knew I was going to end up being on my own,
Yeah.
right?
For the first time.
For the first time.
Right.
So breakup happens. You and Catherine were always consistent on Snapchat, right? Snapchat they started monetizing about 2 years ago, and you and Catherine being really consistent with it, but I was on and off. And even though I knew how much Snapchat was paying, I just was never consistent until the breakup happened. Because once the breakup happened, there was a lot of tension, and I needed to figure out what I was gonna do. And so, honestly, my whole goal was just showing you guys my transition from my relationship to me being a single dad. That was my mindset, was just like, how can I show them the transition? So one day, I was in the bathroom, and I was actually really sick. Like, I had the flu, right? It just happened to be weird timing because my separation was around that time. And I remember this video like it was yesterday, because I was wearing her bonnet, Catherine's bonnet, on my head. And that bonnet was just me showing my personality, right? I've always showed off me being funny and me always making jokes. Okay. So I had the flu, wore the bonnet, and I was snapping the process of me just day to day. So I was snapping, and I was basically just saying, like, guys, I'm super sick, and I think I have to go to the hospital to get treated because I think I have the flu.
I remember this now.
Right?
Yes.
I lay in the shower on the floor because I was really sick, but I wanted to snap it and show them what I was going through. Okay. So I posted that, and people ran with it because they were saying that I was really down bad.
Yeah, because you physically looked off.
I did. I
looked down bad.
It looked really bad.
So it just made it that much more funny to the people, especially to someone who already doesn't you anyways.
Exactly.
They're going to be like, oh, right? He's off.
Super off. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to see me off, down bad. They wanted to see me fail.
Crash and burn.
They wanted to see me.
They were there for the
keywords. They wanted to see me crash out.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they were hoping for, and that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So when that video got posted, it went viral in that way of them thinking I was crashing out. And a light bulb went off in my head. Because I realized that no one can make me more down bad than myself. So I fed into it.
Okay, hold on. So, stop right there. That was just about Snapchat. That's him talking about how, like, literally from the breakup, how he transitioned into the character, the RV character. Okay? So that was one. I'll give you a little bit of what I said about you guys. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of what I said about you guys. Here we go. Okay, so now this is me talking about Snapchat and how, to monetize on Snapchat, kind of what has happened in the last 2 years for Austin and I on Snapchat. Here we go.
You want to get to it, or do you want to keep it a secret? You want to keep being a secret, or you said let's do a podcast so we could talk some real shit?
You already said people
talking real shit numbers on Snapchat. Are we talking real shit or not? Let's talk real shit. Okay, then.
Go ahead.
So let's talk real shit.
Go ahead.
So, the people that you see posting on Snapchat. So if you're somebody who watches people on Snapchat or watch me or Austin on Snapchat, obviously you probably follow a bunch of people on Snapchat. We have a similar contract to those people that you watch, like where we're just hypothetically, everything I say right now is also hypothetical.
Okay.
No pocket watching, because I don't want nobody to actually know nothing about nothing. This is hypotheticals.
Okay.
So hypothetically, we make money the same way they make money on Snapchat by posting every day, right? But also, Austin and I exclusively got deals together and separate to publish or post on Snapchat exclusively. Our big majority of our content has to be on Snapchat exclusively, and we both got... Should I say it?
I mean, you said you wanted to talk about shit.
I said what's real shit. We both got 7-figure deals for the year. Multi-7-figure deals. If you know about 7 figures, you can count it up. It's over and in.
Congratulations.
Multiple those. Congratulations to you, bro.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to
you.
you.
Doing really, really well.
Thank you.
And this man right here, for those who don't know, he's probably been the most consistent person on Snapchat for the past 2 years. He hasn't missed a day, which is insane.
No. Because,
insane.
But you know where I came from, where I was when I got the contract, when I talk about Monica saving my life from Snapchat.
He was living with me. Were you?
No.
No.
You were What was that? That was after. That was after. I was living with you, then I moved out on my own.
Okay.
I was solid for a little bit. It started to go run dry. Okay. So a year after moving out,
Yeah.
I was about to move back in.
Okay.
But then Snapchat came around and it just unlocked something just crazy.
Yeah.
And it like just became like something I can't even control. So even to be where I'm at now to where I was just crazy. Even to say out loud like multi-7-figure deal for a year, I didn't even think that type of shit was obtainable where I was at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said,
You deserve that shit though, bro. Like, I've never seen anybody be as consistent as you, like, on any platform. So that shit is crazy. Like,
if I see
you guys don't
those
understand. Like, when I reach out to my little brother, I'm calling him trying to, go eat or do something. He's like, nah, I'm busy. I gotta snap. I'll snap and I'll hit you when I'm done. It's like, damn, just take a break, bro. You can't take a break.
I don't like taking breaks because when something's working, I don't want to test the waters and see
Yeah,
what's
I
going to
know,
make
but
it
no matter what though, your bread is gonna be consistent, even if you miss one day.
That's what people be thinking, and they be off because they be like, "Well, I'm straight. I just made 300 this month. 400. I'm on." A year later, off because they was partying.
Because they missed a day.
I'm just saying, I know what it takes. I know what I make a day. I know what I make a month.
Okay.
Because I post every single day.
I get it.
Like for instance,
I
I missed Dubai trips.
He's missed all type of shit
that he's invited me on or whatever. And I was like, nah. Because, okay, for instance, Dubai trip, I missed that because you're automatically going to miss 2 days on Snap. You can't snap from the plane.
Yeah, because of travel.
You can't. So you miss 1 day of snapping there, 1 day of snapping back. There's 2 days. And I ain't missed a day. So I'm like, I can't, because how sick would you be if I went to Dubai? I don't care if I had a blast. If I came back and my numbers were not the same, I'll be so sick to my stomach. I'll be like, Dubai trip.
Okay, and now it's paying off because he's buying cars, houses, all type of shit. How many cars you got right now?
5.
He has, I want to say he has over $1 million in cars, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, like that's regular. That's not regular shit, bro.
Bro, people have crazy.
Okay,
money,
but from Snapchat, that's crazy.
But it's also because it sounds crazy, but that's work. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I like cars, so it's not like that crazy. It's like people, no matter what your budget is, you're spending a lot of it. Money you shouldn't be spending just because.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah,
So
and I'm not taking that away from you. Obviously, it's work, and I think it's harder than most people think.
Oh, for sure.
Especially being as consistent as you. So I tip my hat off to you because you've been killing it.
I appreciate it, man. I feel like we came a long way.
Yeah.
And I feel like I said, like, by far this year and last year, but it's just been constantly going up and elevating. And what?
Hold up, before you continue, since you want to talk numbers, how much have you made in one day? I'm not even gonna say a month, just in one day.
So we're okay. You gotta do that one thing. What's that game they play? Higher, lower. Yeah, I don't know shit. So, higher, lower.
Okay, so I'll guess a number and you say higher, lower.
Yeah, that's how you go. That's how you do it.
Okay. In one day.
In one day.
20,000.
Whoa, hold on. We're not gonna get into that just yet. But that was the Snapchat talk. So now let's go into the breakups, right? Austin, me, we have, social media breakups basically. And now we're gonna go into that now. Here we go. This is Austin talking about basically the breakup of him and Catherine and what really went down. The backstory that none of us know. I didn't even know a lot of this shit. So you guys are definitely gonna be like, whoa, here we go.
Okay. How shall I do this?
How about let's just start with the breakup?
Okay.
Let's just start with.
Okay.
So can I act as the audience and just I already know what they're asking. So can we just ask you and then you answer? Okay.
Fair enough.
And stay on topic.
Okay.
Don't try to go away from the question.
I'll
Stay
try.
right here, stay on business, like you said. So, question number 1. Okay? Yeah. Question number 1. What really caused the breakup? Let's just start.
Okay, well, before I get into the messy, I just want to give a little toast to Catherine and I, our 10-year relationship, because 10 years is a long time.
10 years is really long.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And her and I have accomplished so much together. We had 3 beautiful,
Very beautiful
amazing
kids.
children. And I wouldn't change anything for the world, right? All of our ups and downs, all of our trials and tribulations, we really built something special, and I'm glad we're able to continue it, still being the best of friends.
Amen.
Right? Well, with that being said, you know, life does happen. People move on. And, you know, people don't know. Who's calling me? People don't know this, but for the past few years, her and I, we're struggling with our relationship. You know, just like any couple does, right? Everyone, you know, has struggles and goes through things. No relationship is perfect. But I think ours was a little different because it's in front of everyone, millions of people, right? It's all over the internet. We have businesses, we have 3 kids together. We have so many things that go on in our relationship besides just her and I, you know, which can cause conflict. And believe it or not, but I don't even know if I should be saying this, but we're being honest.
Say it, God.
The first fight that I had with Gib, when I went through it with that fight, around that time, her and I talked about separating then.
At that exact time?
Around that time.
So you was getting beat up in the ring and beat up in your relationship. That's a double whammy.
Around that time.
Why did I say that? I didn't have to say that.
Very, very tough time for us, but we pushed through. We both decided that we were gonna keep trying, work on things, and we ultimately put our happiness last and put our kids first. And that's what we were doing, you know, for the last few years of our relationship. And it just got to the point where we felt that we were going to be much happier separated than together. And it took everything out of us. You know, her and I, it's crazy because we've been through a lot together, and it wasn't just a overnight thing. Obviously, been together for 10 years, experienced so much together. It took time to get to that point where we both decided to pull the plug. And you know, and one thing about her and I, we always put our kids first, and it was a never toxic relationship. Nothing in our home was toxic. We argued, it was really short, and then we got over it. But I will say, you know, it was really feeling like we were more best friends than actual husband and wife.
Okay.
And that's what it was leading towards. She was going one direction, I was going the other direction, and we just couldn't get on the same track.
So it was basically just the ending was going to happen no matter what, basically.
The ending was going to happen no matter what. And we felt the timing made sense. And we didn't want to drag our unhappiness out for years to come. And we knew that it would affect our kids if we, you know, stayed together. And we felt that we were going to be much happier separated than together.
Which is pretty identical to our parents.
It is.
And I feel like you probably learned a lot from our parents when they finally separated, which we dreaded. We didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But once it did happen, it went from one extremely toxic home to 2 happy homes.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is, everybody knows that one toxic home is definitely way worse than 2 happy homes.
Yeah, and our parents are the best of friends today.
And they would not have been if they would have tried to keep hanging on for, you know, fighting a good fight for another year. Yeah. I don't think they would have the relationship they have now.
Exactly. And they show up to every birthday party, every dinner together,
like you should do.
Okay, hold on, because he says a lot more that I don't. After that, I don't want to. So here you go. I'm only gonna show a little bit of it because it was an important part of the pod, and you guys gotta watch it for yourselves. But I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what was said. Here we go.
You said about my breakup.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
So got a little sidetracked.
So back to the breakup. Yeah, I mean, I had one of the worst breakups on social media, probably.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. It was ugly, it got bad, just was not ugly things. She was saying things, I was saying things. It was just taken to a place I never should have ever went to.
Yeah.
And I would never, I don't care what is said from her side or anything that's said from literally from here on out. I haven't said anything in a long time. I will continue to never say anything ever again in any type of negative fashion about my daughter's mom.
That takes
You know what I'm
growth,
saying?
bro. That takes growth.
And it's just because
Maturity.
at the end of the day, like I'm at a place in life where I'm so happy and I'm doing so well, and that is my daughter's mom. You know what I mean? And we did have a crazy duration of time together that made me into the person that I am too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't I always will appreciate that time of my life and the memories that we made and moving out together for the first time and doing all these things and then having a kid for the first time, and we both had to learn that, and it's things that I would never take back, I wouldn't change, and even how we broke up, I wouldn't change. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think that takes a lot of strength to be able to hold a lot of.
Should I show them what I like, how it transitioned, or let them watch it?
Let them watch that.
All right, I'll let you watch it. But I will say, guys, that a lot was said about our breakups and about things that are going on in our life from both of us, and what the people who have just been dying for me to like talk shit or to say things that you really want me to say, or the people who are rooting for me to say something. Just watch the video. Watch the pod, and you'll get what you want out of it. So now, lastly, let's go into what my favorite part of the pod is. It's Austin talking about Catherine's new boyfriend. And that was just like, for you guys in social media, knowing that was a crazy and big deal, and the people who grew up watching Ace Family, and years later, then you see this, and it's just like crazy, and then it's this crazy thing. These are real people's lives, right? So this is my real brother, had a real split, has the kids, has this relationship. Like, this is real lives to people who are dealing with these things in real life. Like, it's entertainment for you guys, but it's real emotions behind these things that are actually happening, right? So you're about to see what his reaction was and how he thinks about the boyfriend, basically. Just everything about the boyfriend, all you guys been wondering. It's on the 3, 2, and 1.
So Catherine had recently uploaded an image on Instagram.
Woo!
And her new man. Right? That's her new man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that like for you? People have a whole lot of questions. People want to know, who is this guy? Do you know this guy? How long has this guy been in the picture?
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So don't get away from it.
I made sure he didn't miss no. I know y'all got questions. I made sure he answered them.
Let's just start with boom. Instagram picture is uploaded. What happened?
You want to know,
where were you when
truth?
Where were you?
The truth. Tell us the truth, Daddy.
Honest answer.
Just where were you? Where were you when the picture was uploaded and you saw it?
I was with my kids at Sky Zone. Okay.
And were you aware that this picture was going to be uploaded?
I was not.
Okay.
But I will say, there was a lot going through my head. It's a lot. Sorry, guys, if you hear the damn dog barking. That's one thing about doing a podcast outside. We got some noises going on. But I was at Sky Zone. There was a lot going through my head when I seen it, because I was playing with the kids. I was going down the slide.
Were you really shocked?
Bro, I was going down the slide, right? I was going down the slide, it's like, wee, my kids and shit, playing around. Then I was uploading content on Snap as I was playing. And then since her and I follow each other on Snapchat, you see the bubble of people posting new content. I look and I'm like, is that who I think it is? She did it. She finally did it. She finally did it. There was a few things that was going through my head, right? One was she finally did it. When I say finally,
finally did it means that you knew that something could be posted at any time, basically.
Correct. I knew of him
How
way
long?
before anybody else knew about
For
him.
how long?
We're not gonna speak about the timeline because the
Huh?
timeline's a timeline.
What do you mean we're not going to talk about the timeline,
What I will
Austin?
say is people on the internet think when news breaks or when they find out, I find out. But the truth is, I already knew about him and I've already met him a few times. Good guy. Seems like a great guy. And has a lot of respect for me, which I appreciate. Every time I see him, he shakes my hand. We acknowledge each other, which is very important because, you know, he is someone who is around my kids.
Which is very serious.
Yep. And, you know, I have daughters as well. You know, bringing another man around my daughters is tough for me, but I'm trusting her judgment.
Before we get into what he actually is about to go into, let's just stop it there. I don't want to leak too much, but as you guys can see, there's definitely some valuable information on the pod. Guys, I just got word that the podcast is about to be released today. Guys, today is coming out. So make sure you watch it for yourselves. I'm out.